Carmelo Anthony has two very strong bases for appeal in the conviction yesterday, where he was sentenced to 35 years for murder, for first-degree murder. These are just the two right off the top of my head that come out. Now, a number of other bases for appeal would certainly need to be filed, but I think the first two are crucial. And I'd say the first one, a lot of the evidentiary rulings, if not all of them, are suspect as a result of this, all that went against the defense. And the first one is the fact that the prosecutor and the judge were friends with the father of the victim. That is documented. It was on the father's Facebook page, pictures of them all together at a social gathering, drinking together. That is a highly problematic event. Series of events. I don't know how many times they were, but it is a major, major problem because it casts a pall over all evidentiary rulings. And when you're in an appellate case, you're trying the appellate judge or the trial judge. And the trial judge made an atrocious error by even being the judge in this case and letting the prosecutor try this case. There are all kinds of problems with it. It casts everything is in doubt as a result of that, down to the rulings, the jury instructions. Cases have been, many cases, as they should be, have been overturned on the basis of incorrect jury instructions or jury instructions that were not given. There are just myriad problems that exist with that. And the second major issue for appeal is the fact that the prosecutor systematically excluded all black jurors. There were no black jurors. That is a major problem. It is blatantly unconstitutional. It shows a systematic and systemic racial bias of the prosecutor, and the judge didn't do anything about it, which goes back to the first problem, that he was a biased judge, was a bump on a log, was a dumb fuck judge, and screwed the whole goddamn thing up. Shouldn't even be on the bench, is a substandard judge. There are all kinds of problems with it. He should be taken off, he shouldn't be on the bench. Corrupt judge. That's what I'd be arguing. Lots of support for that. So I think there's going to be a new trial at some point, and I think the trial should be somewhere like Houston or Dallas or somewhere where there's a fairer jury and where there's a judge who's not biased and a prosecutor that's not some yokel who doesn't give a shit about justice and only wants to get a conviction, and a jury that doesn't deliberate for about an hour on a murder case. It's just disgusting.